everybody, we made it. I really wanted to film because it was so cool, but it was like way too dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
We were just up in the mountains.
Yep.
Can you believe it?
Wow, that's amazing.
And now we just came out, and John Burnell's old place is here. And it used to be called, he also owned across the street, Fat Jack's Cadillac Shack.
Fat Jack's Cadillac.
Do you remember it or not? And it had a big fence where that was spray painted on it. And, oh boy. We could go down French Loop, but I think that might be just, I don't know.
Probably make somebody not feel very well.
Exactly. That's a little just too narrow and wiggly.
It's a little bit dangerous.
It's way too dangerous.
That's right. We don't want to do that.
All right. So we will,
to break any
if we had enough of, we went to go see the Northern Lights up at the top of a small mountain, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It didn't happen, but there was adventure.
The road looked a little
Yeah.
nerve-wracking.
It did, didn't it?
It
Didn't
did.
get much.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I found some new music. I didn't bring it tonight. I'm sorry.
Oh,
But,
that's okay. Well, maybe another time.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got now Dog's Place is down that way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This place is right there.
It's so beautiful in there too.
It really
It is really. It's so dark now you can't even see it. But there's otters and a pond that's huge,
Oh, cool.
and old kiwi trees
Uh-huh.
from the old Pacific Trail.
Oh, that is
so-
nice.
You even have the curb of Conestoga wagon.
Mm-hmm.
One of the wheels.
That's right. There's Conestoga wagon wheels over in
Yeah.
there.
Sure.
It is very, very
I think
crazy.
they have some
Mm-hmm.
really old rocks, apparently. Yeah, he did.
Yep.
Okay, we've got a person.
Oh.
We've got a placement. We've seen a few deer, so
Yeah, we did.
we're being like cautious, right?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Are we really heading back?
Yep.
There was so mysterious up there.
It really was.
Oh.
Yep.
Everything was cool except the white truck, right?
I think so.
It was
Yeah.
like this.
That's the only thing that we needed to watch out for was that white truck.
Yeah,
Otherwise, everything else was cool.
that was spooky.
Mm-hmm.
It was just parked there for no reason, just
Right.
there at the side of the road.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, in the middle of utter nowhere.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So now it made us kind of turn around.
Yep.
Head
sure
back.
did.
Head back to town.
Yep, that's right.
Oh boy.
Uh-huh.
There's that church that wiped out really big forest for a parking lot.
Wow.
I was not impressed.
Yeah.
Not great. Not great. For a little bit of a once a week parking for an hour. Like what? You've done what?
People can just hurt
Is that still Handy Pantry?
Yeah,
That's
they
kind of
do.
like an old famous
Yeah.
little thing. And there's an author who lived along here. I heard he died. I was sad.
Oh, no.
Named Tom Jones.
Tom Jones.
Not to be confused with the singer, right?
Right.
And he wrote a really great book called. I've only read one of his books. I'm sorry about that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was called Cold Snap.
Oh, wow.
And it was about. I mean, part of it takes place, in Olympia, but it was about a Doctors Without Borders doctor.
Wow.
And I guess, the guy was really cynical and wonderful and dry, this Tom Jones author. And I guess Doctors Without Borders doctors are doctors that have lost their license due to taking the drugs they prescribe.
Wow.
Okay, it's like the naughty Quayle doctors, right?
Sure.
The Dr. Feelgoods all end up at Doctors Without Borders, I guess, at some point. And so the book kind of, it started from there. There's this Doctors Without Borders guy, but he's kind of in between jobs, as it were. He's back in Olympia. And he's doing, and I think he's like trying to help someone out with fundraising for Doctors Without Borders too. And he starts just putting like dog food in bags, like little, like maybe one piece of dog food, dry dog food, and saying like, this is what we feed, this is what the children eat, and blah blah or something. He must have been around all these nonprofit people too much. And I think I heard that before he became, and he won like prizes and stuff, like he is like famous, good writer. Okay. He was a janitor at the school here, and I guess he said he never spoke, and he just ran a machine all the time to wax the floors, and he just listened to all these pretentious people around here full of pretense, and then started writing all these stories. And like they loved them. And there's a little VW bus. You got a little Groove On vibe there,
Right.
and yeah, don't tell the city planning department about the Capitol Forest. They're gonna want to chop it down and put an ugly building on it, or they'll die.
Yeah.
They're acting like that, like they'll die if they don't get another, crappy building up. If they don't destroy another building that's beautiful and put up a thing that's horrible, they'll never make it.
No.
There's like that little, what is it? There's a place where people go to smoke. Cell Sound Vape. It used to be a travel agency. I don't know if those are a thing of the past now. To that cute little travel agency?
Yeah.
Most people just use like, I don't know, kayak or something. Travel to get like cheap tickets.
Interesting. There's a tavern if anybody wants to go tie one on. Lady Lynn's, she's got really wild stuff. I don't know. This is just kind of a video, you guys, of, I guess, coming into the downtown.
Oh yes.
Coming on in. There's some wacky little.
That place always takes forever.
A take forever kind of place.
Like, remember one time we got like Italian sodas? No, not Italian sodas. Root beer floats there, and like it took 45 minutes to get like.
It did. You're right. Yes, that was like really funny. Yeah.
Like that place is slow as all get out.
So sometimes you want fast food, and sometimes you want slow food.
Right.
We are coming on in.
And that's not me saying that that's like a bad thing. It's just a thing.
Should we keep driving and just go to Mexico?
Sure.
Maybe go to Canada.
Right.
Or go up to Canada.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
keep on driving. Just drive.
Sure. You know, it makes you think of a song. Get your kicks on Route 66.
That is right. That is right. That
Yeah.
is such a great song.
That is.
A million years ago I taught on the reservation on a road. I just read that they changed the name of that road, but it was off of Route 66, right outside of Gallup, and it was Route 666.
Oh boy, that's the mark of the beast.
It was. It was. No, so I guess they finally had to change it because people were like too upset about it or something.
Imagine having to write that on like a postcard, like.
Just go down Satan Way, they take a right at 666, and like, no.
Fresh sea air.
wonderful, isn't it?
It is.
Truly.
Yeah.
I can smell the salt from here.
Oh, yes.
So
it
we have-
smells really good.
We smelled the mountains and now we're smelling the sea.
Yes, we are.
Guys, that's too cute.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. Here we are now in the supposed historic district. This is a
Right.
new building.
Yep, it
Well, it
is.
was
So-
a mistake by the lake, and then they made it into this. Well,
And
somebody bought it and made it into that.
Mhm.
yeah, that's true. They
And then, of
fixed
course,
it.
that
Yeah.
building burned down forever ago. The oyster chat.
The oyster
whatever
bar.
it's
Yeah,
called.
that's right.
Oh, yes.
That is right.
Mm-hmm.
And what do we have?
And that was building over there, that old thing was the procession studio for a while.
Uh-huh.
Yes, it was.
You're right.
Okay.
Well, here we are.
I don't think that cosmic like tarot store is around anymore, is it?
I don't think so.
There's
Nope.
that comic book place. But
Yeah.
that guy used to be kind of interesting that ran it.
That
Mhm.
Indian place is good Indian.
Sure.
They do have good Indian food.
Yep.
And Sleazy Saul's got shut down.
That's too bad.
It is. It truly is.
Because that was a good place.
It was a really good place.
Mhm.
Lots of
Yeah,
fun.
you know, it seems like they're getting rid of a lot of good restaurants.
They are just putting them down. So
Mm-hmm.
we are, you know, you got Elvis in the window there. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's kind of fun when
Sure.
it's like this. It's just, is it getting late? Because there's no traffic. There is no traffic. It has good curry.
Oh, did you hear the news that
Good bice.
Sullivan's went under?
They did?
And they had a pink Christmas tree at Christmas.
They went under.
Oh, what a shame.
Yeah.
That was a good place, too.
Yeah. And what I was saying about the Indian restaurant is they have good butter chickpeas.
Mm-hmm.
It is late, you guys.
Uriah's really good at that.
Uh-huh.
So, oh boy,
Yes, where?
there's the police.
Mm-hmm.
Out on a mission.
Oh, yes, they sure are.
We've got
Well,
our
you know,
little.
last night at Inner City Transit, when I was getting on the 94, well, before I got on there was a guy who was cussing. So then the 94 came, and a few of us got on there. And all of a sudden, when we were waiting for the bus driver to come, there was a fire truck that came by. I don't know if the guy who was cussing did anything to himself or what, but yeah, it was really quite interesting yesterday.
Was that during the day?
Yeah, it was around 5 o'clock.
Interesting.
Scoop them up?
Yep, they did.
Uh-oh.
We saw
Mhm.
someone getting scooped up last night, like, kind of behind Ralph's.
Uh-huh. Wow.
It was just really insane.
It really is.
Oh, is it the heat? In the heat of the night? Or is it just an everyday thing? And
What are they doing?
oh boy, they tore down whatever was
Wow.
there. They're doing it so fast.
They are.
They're doing it
That's
so
just
fast.
amazing.
Just insane.
It
Sorry,
is
you guys. It's
insane.
kind of a crazy street right here.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep, it sure
It's
is.
crazy to see how fast they're trying
Yeah.
to erase the city's industrial past.
Mhm.
Did you know that the first 90 blocks of Olympia are just pilings and fill?
They are. Olympia
Yes.
doesn't. The land doesn't start until Plum and Union, right?
Yep.
Right.
And all of this.
And
Mhm.
did you know that there's no way for them to go down and change out the pilings if, say, for example, they get moldy?
They can't even get to them.
Nope. They would have to tear down, say, for example, get to any of the pilots.
They have a lot of plumbing problems in those restaurants, don't I?
Yeah,
For
you know
that.
what's it called? The Gyro spot on 4th Ave.
Yeah.
That guy, he's
Yeah.
been having plumbing issues. It's gotten so bad, but he keeps at the end of the road with that.
No, it really is. And yeah, no, there's restaurants there where just the bathrooms are just a mess all the time.
Oh yeah.
And I think I met like a plumber or talked to someone that had gone into the Safeway, which they tore down, and put up the police department. But he was like, this plumber was like thoroughly confused. Like, it's its own thing, right? It's its own thing. And here we are in our little charmless post-apocalyptic. I always go here as fast as possible. I guess night helps. And then I guess we can drive by Union and Jefferson, the place that our cultural queen, Princess Zarina, what did she call herself? The art official or something? And Rick said that that's just a euphemism for a person who signs off papers, right? Because they have to have someone with that title, but what they really want is just someone to sign the papers. It's so distressing. It really is. I'm so out of here because this is the only place the doggy even like to walk around here. And he keeps pulling me down here, and there's a fence around it. But there's that little teeny lane that's the only place of mercy in this whole area. Right there, going up, all tiny and beautiful. Really a magnificent walk. And he and I just, that's where he always wants to walk. And then we would go behind this little cute, adorable house right here. There's a really adorable behind it with like a little stone wall. Then today, this thing got painted white, which was bizarre. This is the Blue House, right? The famous blue place. And I'm wondering what the heck that's about. It's just bizarre. And these places, it's so sad, like, these people were long-term residents. Look at the great windows. Nice and big, lots of sun. You know, these people were really happy here. I knew it because I would walk down here all the time, and they were long-term, happy, clean, neat, lovely, wonderful, you know, older people, and they just really wanted to displace them.
Oh yeah, they sure did.
Wow, because they just can't live. They just can't live unless they're destroying stuff. They had to find the best corner in Olympia. That truly is. And it's got that little hidden picnic park behind it, everything. It's just really despicable. And then to virtue signal while doing it is really, really, it's painful. Well, they're falling down, and they always fall on top of their little garage, their hidden garage, so they can hide. And they just drive straight from the freeway to that little garage, like the mole people or something.
Fun fact about the state capitol building, a lot of it was actually built in New York.
Yes, it was. That's true, yes.
Since this state became a state in 1848. So,
Very
there's your
interesting.
fun fact for tonight.
Kind of from the Grand Heroic, was it 1927 when it was
Yeah, it was.
completed? Something like
No,
that?
it was 1927. Unless I'm wrong.
1927, yeah.
No, it was 1922. Because it was the same year that Touchstone was found.
Kisses and good night.
Right there.
Cool.
Oh, wait, no.
I'll let you do it.